And right now on the WHAS 1119, we have a new development to tell you about. It's 11 p.m. straight up, and power is still out for 850 LG&E customers across Metro Louisville tonight. It is our top story, and hello everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm Doug Proffitt. As you can see right here from this map, this is the live LG&E power outage map. There are still a small number of outages spread right throughout Metro Louisville, and those outages are marked in the different color barriers there. The highest concentration, though, is located in far eastern Jefferson County. That'd be to the right side of this map. LG&E had hoped to have everybody back on at this very time, 11 o'clock tonight. Now that's not going to happen. We do have their full explanation for you coming up. But first, we want to go to WHAS 1119's Taylor Woods and photojournalist Addie Hill. They've been talking to those still without power. And Taylor, you're not far from the Gardner Lane Shopping Center. What are you seeing at this late moment?
Well, Doug, I'm just about 3 minutes away from Gardner Lane in the Hawthorne neighborhood. But if you take a look at this street that I'm on, you can see some houses with power. You see this house right here. The lights are fully on. But if you take a look this way, this house has no power at all. And some of the people I talked to tell me they're really just trying to make the most of their time while they wait, but they're not sure how much longer they can go without power.
LG&E crews have been hard at work for the fourth day in the row trying to restore power after Sunday's storm.
It's getting very frustrating. I'm on breathing treatments for pneumonia.
Jennifer Lohr is one of the Louisvillians still without power. She's been surviving with the help of 2 fans.
We're having to run power from our neighbor just to do that. My daughter has a heart condition that she can't tolerate heat.
All of her groceries are spoiled. It's money, she says, that has went down the drain.
We can't eat, we can't cook, we can't, do any of that, so we're having to eat out, and yeah, it's expensive.
LG&E caution tape is roped around one of her largest trees that fell in the backyard. She's afraid for her dogs to be in the back since down power lines now run all through the tree.
This just looks very dangerous. There's a line right here. I was so scared that, what if there was electricity running through the ground?
2 miles away, the Huff Sticklers were enjoying a nice day at Lakeside Pool while they wait for their power to come back on.
It's actually kind of nice to be able to put the tablets down for a little bit, and we've been playing a little more outside.
The boys are out for school for the summer and have been more creative with their time.
I usually have a flashlight with me as a toy.
Now they're depending on that flashlight at all times.
When it gets really dark and we need it, we just put it right by where we sleep.
They have been trying to occupy themselves as best as they can with one message for LG&E.
Please hurry.
And according to the LG&E outage map, crews expect to have all power restored by 3 o'clock Thursday afternoon. Reporting live in Louisville, Taylor Woods, WHAS 1119 on your side.
Please hurry. LG&E hears them. Thank you very much, Taylor. And just before 11 o'clock tonight, I did talk to LG&E's Liz Pratt. She sent me this new information. Quote, we've been able to restore service for more than 95% of our impacted customers. For some customers, we had to reevaluate their estimated restoration times today because crews have encountered either an extensive amount of damage or more complex issues that will take more time to repair and restore their service. Liz Pratt goes on to say this was the 4th most impactful storm for LG&E and Kentucky Utilities, KU, over the last 20 years. Amazing figures right there tonight. Well, also new tonight, a man is dead after a shooting that happened in Louisville's California neighborhood of West Louisville. Police say they responded to the shooting just before 9 o'clock tonight at a home on Grand Avenue and 23rd. When officers arrived, they found a man had been fatally shot inside the house. Anyone who can help detectives can call anonymously. That tip line is 574-LMPD. Now we go to the story that's still getting national coverage again around the nation tonight. All charges against the #1 golfer in the world are now dropped. Scottie Scheffler's 12-day saga in the Louisville court system is officially over. But it comes with another new twist. This leaked video you see right here showing a different police officer questioning Scheffler after his arrest that rainy morning outside Valhalla. WHAS 11 senior reporter Isaiah Kim Martinez, along with photojournalists Emma Gefter and Alyssa Newton, show us why Scheffler's attorney says the golfer has decided not to sue Louisville.
Mr. Scheffler's characterization that this was, quote, a big misunderstanding, close quote, is corroborated. by the evidence.
It's the decision some predicted was coming from the moment police put Scottie Scheffler into handcuffs at Valhalla Golf Club. Now Jefferson County Attorney Mike O'Connell moving to dismiss all charges filed against the world's #1 golfer, including felony assault. Both the judge and Scheffler's attorney, Steve Romines, approving that motion.
And the officer told me to stop, and first of all, I did not know that he was a police officer. I thought he was one of the security guards that was mistaken.
City leaders maintain there's no body cam video showing the incident itself, with LMPD Detective Brian Gillis failing to activate his. But on Wednesday, Mayor Craig Greenberg's office confirmed this leaked video is legit, showing the view from another officer's body camera. Scheffler seen sitting in a police cruiser.
You're right, I should have stopped. I did get a little bit impatient because I'm quite late for my tea time.
It's evidence we knew existed, but that the county attorney kept confidential for the case's integrity. Why did your office not release the specific officer body camera video?
Because we were still investigating the case. That's my answer.
In a statement posted to Instagram, Scheffler writing, quote, "As I stated previously, this was an unfortunate misunderstanding. I hold no ill will toward Officer Gillis. I wish to put this incident behind me and move on, and I hope he will do the same." In a news conference after the court hearing, Romines with strong words.
The more evidence that comes out, the more it shows that, Scottie was a victim here. He was not dragged. You believe they would have dismissed this case if he was dragged? No, they would not have. That did not happen.
Romines also revealed he was considering filing a civil lawsuit had these charges not been dropped. Steve, in that body camera video, he specifically says the words verbatim, "He just hit me with his flashlight." Do you believe there are grounds for a lawsuit if he so chooses?
There are absolutely grounds for a lawsuit. He doesn't want to be involved in one.
And the question of whether Scheffler would ever come back to Louisville to play in a tournament.
Obviously, if there's another major championship played in Louisville, I'm sure Scottie Scheffler will play in it.
Isaiah Kim Martinez, WHAS 11 Night Team on your side.
And tonight, everyone, including Scheffler, is continuing to try to refocus their day back to PGA security volunteer John Mills. Earlier that morning, Mills was hit and killed by the shuttle bus there as he was crossing Shelbyville Road outside Valhalla Gate 1. He lived in Crestwood. His obituary says he had the true heart and spirit of a volunteer. Scheffler, in his media post today, which came out new again today, "I appreciate the support during the past 2 weeks and want to again encourage everyone to remember the real tragedy of May 17th. My thoughts and prayers continue to be with John Mills and his family, and I hope to personally offer my condolences now that the case is over." By the way, the family of John Mills is asking donations be made in his name to the Bluegrass Center for Autism that's on Bardstown Road right here in Louisville. All new right now from the night team, the Office of Safe and Healthy Neighborhoods in Louisville has started a new initiative to bring organizations together to fight violent crime across our city. Right now, there are several independent organizations doing work to address crime in specific neighborhoods. Now the office is hoping to bring these organizations together to collectively work on reducing crime across Louisville. Tonight, they hosted a networking event to allow these organizations to meet each other and members of the community.
It's been just very interesting to see the numbers of people that come, the age groups that are there, from children to seniors to high school students to young people of different walks of life, different economic issues and racial groups, to see them together trying to recover and to have maybe a sense of a safe place where we meet.
The group talked about ways to reduce gun violence, received an update on work by the Reimagine Network, and got an overview of the office's Community Sanctuary project. Happening tonight, we've seen them prevent a massive apartment fire in downtown Louisville from spreading. And most recently, they saved 26-year-old Sydney Thomas from her semi-truck as it was dangling off the 2nd Street Bridge over the Ohio River. Louisville firefighters are now looking for a raise, and tonight the fire chief sat before Metro Council to defend the millions of dollars into the department's budget. WHAS 11 Night Team's Alex Dieterer and photojournalist Elijah McKenzie break down where that money is going.
The department at the forefront of life-saving measures on the 2nd Street Bridge in what could have been a deadly Nulu apartment fire.
This department has been an amazing example of public good and services.
We've had a couple that are really in the public eye recently, but our members do this stuff day in and day out all the time. They take a tremendous amount of risk. They put their health on the line.
Louisville Fire is now defending more than $87.5 million of proposed funding for the department.
Mayor Greenberg was very, very forward with us. That he's like, look, I'm here for public safety. He's talked about that, and this budget shows it.
Fire Chief Brian O'Neill addressed the Metro Council Budget Committee.
Let's answer questions.
Answering questions on where the nearly $88 million will go, with more than $82 million of the budget allocated to raises and overtime. Some council members addressed the elephant in the room. How will this proposed budget change if and when the Louisville Firefighters Union comes to an agreement with the city on contract negotiations?
I just want to get a sense of the administration's sense of urgency on finalizing this as opposed to delaying much longer.
In May, the union voted against a 5-year contract with the city that included a 24% pay increase.
That's part of labor law, is that people have to agree, they have to meet, they have to negotiate, so I have no doubt that that'll be happening in a good amount of time.
But Metro Government CFO Angela Dunn assured the council that salary negotiations are already accounted for in the mayor's proposed budget.
We have factored in within our salary adjustments account a forecast of, based on negotiations, and that is in the budget before you.
Right before the budget hearing, a 5-year contract for Louisville fire majors passed out of the Public Safety Committee. The contract includes raises and more PTO flexibility for the department's management level. In Louisville, Alex Dieterer, the WHAS11 night team on your side.
Well, another big part of public safety in this year's Louisville budget, Metro EMS services. Mayor Craig Greenberg is hoping to attract employees with lucrative pay raises across the board for EMS to compete with neighboring districts. Right now, Louisville Metro EMS is seeing more than a 21% turnover rate for employees, something department leaders blame on better pay at neighboring departments.
I'm happy to say that we passed our contract yesterday, so we anticipate that to be much lower moving forward. We hope to attract not only newer people, but maybe some of the people that have worked for us and left for other agencies to come back.
Included in the mayor's ambitious budget is a 5% raise for EMTs next year, with plans to increase that to an 18% raise soon afterwards. The Metro Council is scheduled to vote on the budget on June 20th. And now in southern Indiana, the Floyd County, Indiana Council approving funding for 2 new ambulance contracts for the rest of this year. It's going to go into effect this Saturday. Floyd County has been trying to replace New Chapel EMS, which the former Clark County, Indiana Sheriff Jamie Knoll ran for years. Contracts are now in place for Highlander Fire Department and AmeriPro. It was a 6-2 vote. Now the council still needs to allocate money for a full contract in 2025. The full amount of both of these deals through 2026 is expected to be roughly $3.5 million.